Okay, I got it. Sugar Shack.
We're on. Oh. That's a great way to get the episode started.
Hi, everyone.
What's up, people? Oh, my goodness. All right, so... hey, you're listening to Grease and Grace, and we're glad that you're here. But before we get started, we need to tell you something. We are recording a little bit earlier than we normally record at, which means it's a little bit earlier in the day, which means, first of all, we're both in business mode.
We are.
So, like, you're dressed up because you got meetings today.
I got meetings.
I'm kind of dressed up because I got meetings today. And then... we're like, I'm hoping we can switch over to funny mode because both of us are kind of a serious, like.
I know. Listen, it'll work. Because my meetings,
see what we can do.
So it's not, I'm not saying that my meetings aren't important, but like my meetings are very much just like my personality. I'm bringing it. So it is what it is. But it's early morning. So like, this is normally the time when I'm like, sitting and
I'm in
just
mode,
like focused in working on my computer.
I'm normally teaching a class right now, so if I just start like dictating, that's you're like, hey, stop talking
when
for a
did class
second.
end? It had to have been like yesterday.
Yeah, it's over. College, most college campuses are done, so they're finished.
It's wild how early they let out.
It is also wild, like how fast my schedule fills up when that slot. Like you notice, like you have like a normal slot, and then all of a sudden you get like a little bit of a break, and then you're like, oh well, let's just book everything there.
Yeah,
that's kind of where I'm at. So
yeah.
Anyway,
hey, set some time aside for yourself, Jordan.
Make time for yourself.
Do a little me time, right?
I did. I made coffee this morning, so. We're good to go there.
Your workout session is your.
All right, you guys click the play button, which means you're listening to another episode of Grease and Grace. My name's Jordan.
My name's Kim.
And we're glad that you're here today. So, it's good to have you. Kim and I were talking before we hit the record button, and I just got a super nice text message.
Warmed my heart.
And, people do listen to our show.
Like people who are not family.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, not discounting my family who listens, but also like it's nice to know that it's not just like our family support.
100%. I was like, whoa. And it came, and I'm just going to read you what came in, but I got a text. This actually came in yesterday, and it said, hey, I got to let you know, I love your Grease and Grace podcast. It's a good laugh. Made my day.
So awesome.
So I sent it along to Kimbo, and I was like, hey, we're doing something right.
We're doing something.
Or we're doing something.
Whenever we get like these little snippets of like good news, like people who are not our family enjoy it, I'm like, oh yeah, okay.
We'll keep going. Because there's some times I'm sure both of us are like, we should probably pack this in. Let's be done with this, kind of move on.
Share it. So share it with all of your friends.
Yeah,
if
100%.
You listen, like make it big.
Say, hey, this is my friend Jordan, or this is my friend Kim, or these are people I know. And they're doing a thing.
They say a couple funny things.
So it might be good for you. We dive into the greasy and graceful aspects of life. And so sometimes it's current events and sometimes it's pop culture. Sometimes it's just a thing that we just want to discuss. This is kind of our therapy sessions if we're being fully transparent. But a couple weeks back, Kim said, hey, before we go talking into the grease and grace side of a specific topic, I want to give you a question.
Yeah.
And so I was down with it because normally, we spend a few minutes just bantering back and forth. Anyway, last week's question was based off of who would
minor inconveniences for your enemy.
Yeah, 100%. And you got some replies.
I did get some replies. I'm still going to post on our social media because 100%. This episode hasn't come out. So what I'm really enjoying about these questions is like other people are answering them.
Which is great. It's about time you guys weighed in on some stuff.
Yes,
because
finally.
we're approaching the 50th episode, and for every episode we get to the end and we're like, hey, we want to hear from you. This is what we want to hear from you. And you guys are like crickets out there.
Unless we don't post an episode.
Right.
And then y'all are like, hey,
where are you guys at? That's true. That is very true.
It's okay. We love you.
But now we got people who are like, oh, let me tell you what I would do to my enemy, or whatever the case is. So you got a few of them.
I got a few of them.
Let's rein in.
Somebody yesterday, because it's been like topic of conversation I've learned with other people who listen and their work partner, like their work friends.
Yeah.
And so somebody answered and said that every time somebody puts on a pair of socks, they're wet. And I was like, oh, that's a great one.
That just goes to show you how twisted our audience is. We're glad we're not the only ones.
There's a lot of minor inconveniences with socks.
Yeah.
Like What is it with socks and shoes? That is like the minor inconvenience.
Well, and I don't know about you, but when I was growing up, like socks were just socks.
Yeah.
Like, and now they're like kind of fitted towards the feet. So if you put on a sock, like, have you ever tried to put on a sock in a different way? What do
you mean?
Like, so socks go on like normally, but I dare you, flip it over one time and just slide that thing on your foot.
I don't think that'll work.
It won't work. It will be the most inconvenient thing. So whoever that was, I would say like, that's a good one, but I would jump on the thing and be like, every time they put it on, it's just like minorly like annoying.
Yeah, like it doesn't quite fit.
It doesn't
or like
fit.
The string on the end of where it's sewn in, that string gets caught between your toes. Have you ever had that? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Horrible.
I feel like that's like an 80s 90s thing more than it is like a current sock thing.
Or if that person hated toe socks, it'd be you have to wear toe socks all the time. Oh,
did you have toe socks?
No, I did not. I put on a pair of them one time and I was like, what is this? This is the stupidest thing in the world.
They're like little hugs for your toes.
Okay, so my second and third toe is like seized together and it doesn't like separate. It's a weird thing. I'm just leaving it there, and no, you're not getting pictures of it. But
hey, you could make some mad dollars for those pictures.
It's not gonna happen, but
additional.
Hey, who knows? Additional income.
Anyway, we're going off the rails. So we had another person who replied, and they said they would have a flat tire every day. Nothing wrong with it. It would just be flat, so they would have to air it up, even if they bought a new tire. And somebody said also getting a hole in the heel of your sock like 4 times a week.
Oh man,
I get holes in my sock.
But I don't notice it until I take my shoes off and then I walk around.
So the other day I was working out and I could feel the hole in my heel, and I was like, I can't change my socks.
It's the worst.
It's bad news.
What if when you got in your car, like the moment you get in it, like it's blasting, like cold in the winter and then hot heat in the summer, you can't turn it
horrid.
Down.
That's horrid.
Okay,
anyways,
so what's the question for today?
The question of the day, because I have to make sure that I ask it correctly. Okay,
What?
Wait,
first of all, how dare you?
Wait a minute. That's so weird. Okay, so what would your warning label be if you came with one?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it's so funny that you just...
Do you have a warning label, Jordan?
I saved this the other day and I was like, that is so true. Like, absolutely 100% true. And I'm going to have to go into my deleted photos because I just recently deleted
That's wild. Man, we're on the same wavelength, both wearing black and white today. I'm asking questions you already got the answers to.
What's yours first? I got it, but I'll let you weigh in first.
What was it that it was? Stops frequently was one.
Stops?
May spontaneously combust was really what it was.
That's another good one for the question that you asked last week, which is like what I would say somebody stops in front of you when you're walking. At least once a day, which is the most annoying thing in the world. Like, you're in the grocery store or whatever, and you're looking for something, all of a sudden it's like, boom! And you're like... What are you doing? Why are you stopping? Oh, it drives me crazy.
But yeah, mine would probably be may spontaneously combust because, like,
just blow
you never know. Like,
that is true.
I'm very much like I'm somebody who's pretty cool, calm, and collected, and I really try and rein it in. But like, there's a moment that happens where like I no longer can hold anything in, and it's like word vomit.
Yeah. So like, if I could put a label on you, it would be my voice. Volume changes like at any moment it could change. If my life with Kim is one thing, it is like, hey Jordan, how you doing? And I'm thinking it's gonna last like the whole time. Then all of a sudden it's like, bah!
That's so true. Decibel level, irregular.
It's irregular decibel level for sure. Oh, that's too funny. That's true one. Too.
That's good.
So I said this to a buddy of mine the other day. I said, hey, I'm kind of glad I'm difficult to deal with and understand because then I know when someone sticks around, they truly want to. So I think my warning label would say kind of difficult to deal with and a little hard to understand.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's very true. I very much agree with that one.
It's like my oldest daughter. She walks out of school and she just like looks like she's mad and she's not. It's just her face. And for me, I have the kind of similar face because I'm always contemplating something. And people are like, "You mad?" I'm like, no. Why?
Thinking. I'm preaching revelation right now. I'm always in deep
face.
Yeah, that's very true. I've had a couple people who like listen and they're like, sometimes I forget that he's a pastor because he's so fun. Like
focused.
But you're focused, but you also like have a personality. Yeah. And I think a lot of people forget that like pastors.
I can't be funny. Like that might be my second warning label is, hey, like
it can happen.
It could be funny. Because there's so many people who sometimes don't know how to like take your humor.
Yes.
Because they're like, oh,
that's
man.
a story of my life. So many people are like, what is wrong with you?
Or like you can never like fully like let go like you can with your family. Yeah. So there's sometimes where like if it's my family, I'll give you a better example. So we went to a minor league baseball game the other day, and I just like. I just was like having a good time. And like a buddy sitting next to me looked at me and goes, "Can you not embarrass me today? Like you're my pastor." And I'm like, you need to start getting involved in this game.
Right. I not too long ago was told that I was embarrassing.
Oh no.
And I was like, that's my sole job is to embarrass literally anybody else. Like if you're with me, listen.
Why as adults did we forget to like have a good time?
I don't know.
That drives me crazy.
It's kind of like just like the fear of judgment. Like so many people like glare at you because they're
if the internet
with your joy.
100%. If the internet has taught us anything, it's everybody has an opinion.
Yeah, but like
you just gotta let that go.
I don't care.
Yeah. You have.
In fact, I was just talking to somebody the other day. There's like a row of homes up in South Bend that are like immaculate. They're beautiful houses. Yeah. And they're historic houses. And I was like,
exactly where you're at.
Yep. And I was talking to one of my friends and she was like, let's like fake sell something so that we can go into these houses so that we can see them. And I was like, okay, I'm game for this plan. But also, no, I'm going to be laughing the entire time.
What you could do is you could go knock with your coat on, like your actual like
a
chef's coat and just be like, hey, we're asking people what their favorite cuisine is. Is there any way we could sit down in your living room and talk to you? There you go.
Oh my goodness!
That's a YouTube channel waiting to happen.
To see what people's kitchens look like. That's actually
that's a really good idea. Like, hey, I'm a chef. We're just kind of looking into people's kitchens. Is there any way that you could show us your kitchen? Man, you'd be making.
And I have a chef coat that doesn't have any affiliation.
Exactly.
Just in case I got like.
And I'll just show up in like a suit. Like I'm just the guy with the iPad taking notes.
I just want to see the inside of people's houses. I don't want to like do anything to it. I just want to see the inside of your house. Not creepy. Yeah. I'm not creepy. Josh is always like, that's creepy. And I'm like, no, I just want to see what it looks like in there. I want to know what it smells like in there.
Are you one of those people that like go by people's houses and you look in their windows and think like, man, what are you doing in there?
The best time to do that is when the time changes in the fall because we fall back.
Yeah.
So by like 6 o'clock, the sun is down, but everybody is still awake, so their lights are on, and they're not used to closing their curtains quite yet.
So it's open.
Are open. The lights season. Are on. It's not like I'm a peeping Tom. Please do not call the cops.
So you just keep walking. You don't actually stop and look at that window and be like, hi.
I have had one house where like I was like, I am about to go and look in your windows because like their kitchen was massive and it was lined with windows and like the color was pretty. And I was like, I need to be in this house. I need to see what it's like. And then I saw it on Zillow and I was like, well, I'm glad.
You could totally pitch that though. I mean, you go into the kitchen, see what's in the refrigerator. You know, like
I might do that.
That's
that's legit.
There's so many things in this world I want to do, but I don't have time.
I just want to see the inside of people's house.
Yeah. What do you do for a living? Well, funny you should bring that up.
Oh, that's a good time. So that was a question. Anyways, back to
oh my goodness.
What's your warning label?
All right, guys. You let us know what yours is. We're gonna put these up on our social media platform. Reach out to us that way, or you can email it to us. We'll do it that way. Or if you know Kim's phone number, go ahead and text it to her.
Text it to me, yeah. We're not going to be giving it out if anybody doesn't have it.
It is 1. Do you have to dial 1? I don't know.
Do you have to dial +1 now?
No, I don't think so. I don't know, though. I just dial the number and hope it goes through. Actually, I don't even dial the number.
I don't dial the one.
I can't even tell you last time I was on the phone with somebody.
I was on the phone with somebody right before I got here.
Oh, my
goodness. I'm in work
mode. All right, so Kim usually gives us the topic for the week. I'm going to give you a little bit of an explanation of that topic. We're going to look at the greasy side of things, which just frustrate us and drive us absolutely bonkers about that, like people stopping in the middle of the road, hallway, wherever it is you're at, Walmart, whatever. They just quit. Like, I'm blown away.
In the grocery store, when people stop in the middle of the aisle where you can't get your cart on either side of them, what you doing? What are you doing, Catherine? Get out of my way. Pick one side. I don't care which one.
So I had this happen to me. You know, like when something just comes out of your mouth and you go, I said that out loud.
Yes.
I was like, oh, we're stopping.
Refer back to the lost episode.
I was like, oh, we're stopping, huh? And I was like, I said that out loud. And the person like looks back at me and I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. My fault. Just walk around you all awkward. Like,
yeah.
All right. So anyway, today's topic is...
We can do one of two.
B.
Mother's Day.
Oh, I knew we were hitting that today.
We're gonna do Mother's Day.
I knew
we're
gonna
do Mother's Day.
You're listening to it day after.
A day
Mother's
after,
Day.
But we're still gonna.
But we might as well like break into
Why
it.
Why not, man?
All right, that's
Why not? Because it is a holiday.
It is a holiday. You want the United States side, or you want the like just broad general?
Is there other countries who celebrate this?
100%.
Really?
Yep.
Mom should be celebrated every single day.
We're going to take the United States side because guess what? We live here.
We do. If you didn't know that, guys, whoa.
This is an American episode, all right? I don't know.
We're just dumb Americans over here, guys.
We have not yet moved into dubbing our voices into a different language. So when we get there, we'll let you know. All right,
anyways,
here you go. Mother's Day is an annual holiday celebrated in the United States on the second Sunday in May. Mother's Day recognizes mothers, motherhood, and maternal bonds in general, as well as their positive contributions to their family and society.
Aww.
It was established by Anne Jarvis. Anne Jarvis was the... her mother had frequently expressed a desire to establish such a holiday, and after her mother's death, Jarvis led the movement for that day.
That's a trash story. After her mom died, so her mom never got celebrated until after she died. Mrs. Jarvis.
Come on, Anna.
Come on. After she died is when she was like, yeah, I guess I should listen to my mom.
I guess. So anyway, it was established by her with the first Mother's Day celebrated through a service of worship at St. Andrew's Methodist Church in Grafton, West Virginia on May 10th. Popular observations include holiday cards, gift giving, church going, often accompanied by the distribution of carnations and family dinners. I think it's interesting. It's a specific type of flower.
Are carnations funeral flowers?
Carnations are...
I think those are funeral flowers.
They could be.
I'm
well,
pretty certain.
Since Anna did it after her mom died, like, there you go.
That makes sense.
Let's pick the death flowers.
I feel like that's a funeral flower.
Those are, I'm sure they are. They're the ones that have the vibrant colors, and they have like those fringe petals, and they smell a lot.
Bad?
No, they're just fragrant. like they're probably the most fragrant flower.
Man, I just had my tree bloom not too long ago with these flowers, and they smelled so good.
It's just awesome to be outside right now, though.
I know.
You smell lawns and
it's amazing.
And the whole 9
mosquitoes
yards.
aren't attacking you yet. It's wonderful.
Oh, why'd you have to bring up moscatas?
Well,
I hate moscatas. I could talk about that for an hour.
I just learned, we're never going to actually talk about the topic.
No.
I feel like I say that every week. I just learned that if you spread coffee grounds on your yard.
Yeah. You
got
enough of
those.
those.
Mosquitoes away.
I learned
Worth a try.
I learned the other day, if you take a brown bag and you blow it up, like just put air in it and then make it like look like a balloon, and you put it on
a wasp's nest,
and then you won't get bees.
Yeah,
they'll stay away from it.
Anyways, carnations.
Okay. In the United States, Mother's Day complements similar celebrations honoring family members such as Father's Day, Siblings Day, and Grandparents' Day. Internationally, many Mother's Day celebrations have different origins and traditions, which is why we're only talking about the United States side of it. Some also influenced by more recent American traditions And so that's kind of what Mother's Day
There's such a thing as Siblings Day?
There's Everything Day.
I don't think that my brothers and I have ever celebrated
There is
Siblings
Everything Day.
We celebrate Siblings Day every day because we love each other so much.
You're done. And we're done. We're wrapping it up. Episode. We have just said no.
So anyways, do you want me to go first since I'm a mom?
100%.
Okay. So coming from a mom.
Well, okay.
Oh. Just kidding.
Wait, and go ahead. You go ahead. I'll
Okay. Well, what? Okay. How do you guys Mother's Day?
How do we Mother's Day?
How do you Mother's Day?
It's always different because it depends on who's available and who's not available.
Is your mom?
Well, see, this is the issue. Okay, so this is what I'm raising. This is where my frustration starts to come in because as a pastor, Mother's Day used to be a very touchy topic because people who can't have children. So it was very much like hold on a minute, like you can't celebrate the mothers.
Yeah.
So it moved from just a celebration of mothers to a celebration of women, which moved into more, which is fine, but it moved into more of we all have mothers. So this is how I approach Mother's Day.
Oh.
Everybody has a mother. Whether your mother was, honorable or whether she was dishonorable, whatever the case is, we still honor the fact that somebody brought you into this world and gave you life. That's how I approach it.
That's a great way to approach it.
Yeah.
Way to go, Jordan.
Well, so we honor the women of our church.
Yeah.
Which is fine. So, because... Man, I remember back like in ministry world, like a decade or two ago. I mean, it was really like people would steer clear from it because they're like, you can't honor just the moms because you're leaving somebody out who either can't have kids or maybe had a kid and that kid's not around anymore, whatever the case is. So it was really like a hot topic button for a while.
Well, I mean, like dads.
I'm aware, man.
Dads
like Father's Day is in the same category because
That's
you have
wild.
that same thing. Like there's guys out there who can't be fathers or whatever, and so it's like you're only like honoring people and then you're leaving people behind. So it's
I'm gonna say it, I'm not meaning to like sound rude, but like. Everybody is going to feel left out at least one point in their lives. You know
Coming
what I mean?
from the 90s kids. Because we were.
Everybody's going to feel a little bit left out at one point or another. That's just a part of life. Don't like make other people feel bad for celebrating.
100%.
Like
100%.
It's a horrible thing when, like somebody has been trying for a baby for years.
Or can't have kids or whatever the case is.
But like, don't take the joy away from...
Well, we used to like...
Don't make us feel bad for celebrating.
I mean, I remember growing up, like we used to give out like flowers and it was like, oh, you're a mom, here's a flower. And then person would walk behind and be like, nope, you're not a mom, you don't get a flower. And it was like, yeah. Like it was very like... But people don't think about that. Like they don't think about that stuff when they do it. So it's easier for us, not easier. It's more honorable for us just to say, first of all, we acknowledge everybody has a mom. And then second of all, if you're a lady here, like... we want to honor you.
Nice.
So that's just kind of our approach.
I'm really excited this year for Mother's Day at our church because we're finally getting donuts. We're getting something.
We are.
We're getting donuts.
The women of this congregation have rallied.
Yes, that is easily one of my top like 3 favorite foods. I love donuts.
So how do you mother though? Like you, not mother.
I have 2 children.
We're doing it. We're doing the thing. Let me tell you what. No, like what are you doing for Mother's Day? Yeah.
Well, so my child has soccer, and my brothers are not available on Sunday, so we have to work around a soccer game on Saturday. We're all congregating in town. Like everybody has to travel, like except for us and my mom and dad.
Oh man,
they have to travel like 2.5 hours.
What?
Listen, it's a lot of my fault. It's a lot of my fault. But so we're just gonna go out to breakfast and then we have a couple of things that we're gonna be giving our mom. Like it's we just kind of hang out and just say like, hey, thanks for
being a mom.
Yeah, you did a great job.
It's always weird.
Look at how great we turned out.
Because when you but okay, so here's my question. So that's your side of the family. What do you do about Josh's side of the family?
So Josh normally sends flowers to his mom and his grandma. We call them and then like send a card. Like she's actually, his mom is coming down at the end of this month.
Okay.
And so like there's not much else that we can do.
Yeah. It's always hard when you're married because there's the two sides.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like you want to honor your mom and then you want to honor her mom or vice versa. And you're like, man, like, what do we do? And then if your families get along, like it's kind of easy. If your families don't get along, it makes it a little difficult. If your families live in different locations, like that can be super tough.
Yeah. I mean, like it would be super cool if Josh could like fly down for a day just to like hang out with, but that, in these days, flight tickets ain't cheap.
No,
and so, but how much is love? You know, how can you put a price tag on a?
100%. I love you this much. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, absolutely. Don't recommend it, by the way. Like, hey, ooh, yikes.
Yeah.
So what's your greases though? Because that's just what you're doing.
Yeah. So my first grease is that so many dads. They have great intentions with getting things for their wives.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Realistically, all moms want is to not be bothered by their husbands and children. That is all.
So you don't need a gift.
Want. No. Realistically, moms, for the most part, like one of my love languages is gifts.
Okay.
Your gift to me is to not be bothered by my children. For example, this morning I was in the kitchen and right now, like,
with Dino?
What? Someone was in the kitchen with Dino.
That was easy. I just went for it.
So I was in the kitchen, which right now, like, to get to our pantry, we have to go around our cabinets.
Because you're in a new house.
We're in our new house.
Still figuring it out.
We got a long time before that's figured out.
Don't know the routes yet.
We have the basement figured out, but we don't have the upstairs. We're doing the basement first. So I was in the kitchen getting my coffee ready, I think. Like, I was barely awake. Meanwhile, Josh was sitting at the kitchen table. In order to get to the pantry, you have to pass the kitchen table.
Okay.
Instead
here it comes.
Of Owen, my youngest, going to his dad.
Okay.
He came all the way to me and said, Mom, can you get me a bar out of the pantry? There's a whole entire capable human being sitting at the kitchen table that's right next to the door for the pantry. So that is what moms want. They don't want to be bothered with those dumb questions from their children. Like, children are a gift from God. I adore my children, but like,
you're like, for real? Like, did that just happen?
And it happens all the time.
And like, that is how people stop walking in the middle of grocery stores. You get this epiphany moment where you're like, what?
Yes.
Maybe I should have more grace for people then. Like, especially if they're small children. Because they're stopping to look at them and be like, are you an idiot?
What did you just say?
Are you a moron?
So, like, it's like little things like that moms just don't want to be bothered with.
Yeah.
And so many times, like, I feel like a lot of companies have like tried to turn it into like Valentine's Day where, you know, like get a gift for mom. The gift for mom is to not be bothered. Don't, if you're going to make breakfast for mom, then make sure that the kitchen is cleaned up. Make sure that you don't leave the dishes for mom to do.
Because you're making more work for
on. You're doing more work.
So oftentimes Mother's Day is more work day.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's like your intentions are great. The kids' intentions are great. Great. I love that you love me and you want to show appreciation for me. But then appreciate the fact that these dishes need to be put into the dishwasher so that mom doesn't have to do it. Don't let the children.
Like, I love that you painted me a picture, but you put markers all over the floor.
My table now has permanent marker all over it and I don't know how to get it off.
Who created this stupid day?
And so like your intentions are great. Kids, your intentions are great, but moms do not want to be bothered.
That's when you drive to Anna Jarvis's gravestone and just walk all over it and be like,
stop on it. Why'd you do this?
You had a good idea and you made it horrible for everybody. It's the worst.
So that is my first grease when it comes to Mother's Day. And if any mom comes back and is like, no, I love it, stop lying.
I don't know.
Listen.
I don't know if that's true.
Stop lying. Like, I love getting pictures from my children.
Sure.
I love when, like, Miles, a while ago, made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and if you know me, you know that I cannot eat peanut butter.
Which I think we talked about that a while ago. Yeah,
gag when I try to.
And you went for it too.
I did. I will happily eat it, but I don't want to clean up the sticky peanut butter mess that is all over that counter. I don't want that. I want to I don't want. So dads, just take the kids and then let the moms plan a fun girly day with their friends. Don't comment. Don't call them.
Yeah.
Let them just go.
Let them be. Let
them be the girlies that they used to be.
I love sometimes when we start talking about something, it's like, do you feel better? Do you I don't know if anybody's going to listen to that, but if you feel better, that's why we're doing what we're doing here.
That was a PSA.
Yeah. That was
a
totally
PSA
fair.
For all the 4 dads who listen to Grease and Grace.
They're writing it down. They're like, oh, noted. Okay. Yeah. And then a Mother's Day show turns around and they're like, actually, you're learning what you did wrong right now. Because you're listening to this the day after Mother's Day. You're like, oh, crap.
So say sorry to your wife.
Turn around and be like, hey, remember how Johnny wrote all over the walls yesterday with trying to make your card? I'm sorry.
I've just learned I did the wrong thing.
Everybody's getting apologies today. This is the day where you go, hey, I'm sorry, I totally messed up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any greases?
Oh, 100%. So I would say that it is like any other holiday. So I'm gonna encompass a lot of holidays in here. Why do we give people junk? I don't understand that. I don't understand why we give people hey, here's this or whatever the case is, and it's it's gonna go in a drawer. You're never gonna use it.
Yeah,
it's dumb. Don't do that. It drives me crazy. The other night, I was sitting there. I'm cruising online. I'm trying to find something for my mom and Bethany, and I'm going, what am I doing? Seriously, what am I doing? I almost just put $20 in an envelope and was like, hey,
don't do that.
This is our money, and I'm giving you some of our money.
Going right back to you. Came out of our account, it's going right back in.
But how many times do you do that? There's so many times where I love to give gifts, and this has just come in the recent years. I love it, but I'm learning there's a difference between giving garbage gifts, and giving a really thoughtful gift.
Yes, yeah.
This year for Easter, I gave everybody just a piece of candy. And it sounds so dumb, but it was hey, either A, you're going to eat it, or B, you're going to throw it in the trash. I put a nice little note on it. Done.
Yeah.
It's a way for people to just be oh, he sees me and he cares about me. Mm-hmm. Cool. That's it. Move along. But oftentimes we're here's a blender.
Yeah. Yeah. Which sometimes they need, so there are gifts to get moms on Mother's Day, and there are not gifts to get moms on Mother's Day. And we are actually breaking my own rule this year because I don't know. I love my brothers. I don't know that they've thought anything.
They're not thinking it through.
What to get our mom.
Right.
And because I live close to her, I already knew what she was really wanted kind of thing. I can't say what it is because I don't know that it's going to be here in time.
Right.
So, but it's one of those gifts where she'll love it.
Yeah.
But then because my brothers, I'm have you guys thought about this at all?
They're probably no,
so
not at all.
I've sent them 2 different things, and one of them is a cleaning gadget, which goes against my very own rule.
Sure.
Normally of don't get your wife cleaning things. Don't get her cleaning things. Don't get her kitchen things.
Yeah.
Well, unless I take kitchen things back because if Josh gave me
that's cool. That's cool.
A couple of different kitchen things, but they have to be the things that I specifically asked for. Then don't get it.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to take up space. And
100%.
once again, then she's going to have to be the one who's organizing what to do in the kitchen to make sure that this piece.
Now I got to fit this into where? Where is this going to go?
Great. You got me another gadget so I can make you more meals.
I'm going to shove it in the mom's gadget drawers over the last 10 years that you've bought me all these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's my biggest frustration with anything is well, okay, this is, I don't say this prideful at all. But every day in our house is Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. And if you're married, it should be that way. And wives, every day is Father's Day. Mm-hmm. If you're seeking the other person's best, it's funny to me how many guys are like, I emptied dishwasher today.
Great.
Really? How about all the other 364 days out of the year? Like that drives me crazy. It's like this is the one day where guys are going to act like you should act.
Yes.
And that frustrates me to no end.
That was going to be my grease too. 100%.
Like, hey, I opened the door for you. If you don't open the door for your wife ever, like, then don't do it on this day. That's stupid.
And don't expect applause when you do it. Don't expect the wife to be like,
oh, yeah, standing ovation. Good for you, buddy.
Today, he unloaded the dishwasher. Everybody needs to know about it. Just do it.
100%.
Don't say anything.
Drives me crazy.
Just do it. There is nothing more, I think I could even say, there's nothing more attractive to a wife than a husband who does something for them that is a housework chore and doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
Just does it because it needs to be done. The art of recognizing what needs to be done in a household.
Yep. I heard you. I saw you. I had a counseling session last night with a couple who's getting married. Pre-marriage counseling session. It was all on intimacy.
Yeah.
And I said, here's a secret to intimacy. All day. It's an all-day endeavor. Like, you just, but you can't be searching for it. Yeah. Like, you just do it. Yeah. Like, if it needs done, you just do it.
And it feeds into that because then your wife is not thinking about having, like,
100%.
Women make lists. Every single day, whether women will admit it or not, they make lists of this is what I need to do. How am I? And the way that I think about it is like the most efficient way to get things done. I'm big in like efficiency. So like if I'm in the kitchen and I need to go to the bathroom and I need to, take something to the bathroom, grab it while I'm in the kitchen before I go to the bathroom.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a very basic breakdown. But like, if you do it for your wife, then that's one thing on her checklist that she no longer has to do. So then that leaves more time for quality time, any of that. Yep. And so, but do not say, hey, I folded the laundry, and then stare at her.
Like, waiting. What do you want? Like, for good for you, like, man.
This is it. This was the moment that I like. No,
but it kind of goes back into what you just said, right? Like, let's say you fold the laundry. First of all, you don't know how to fold laundry, so you did it all wrong. So now you're in a fight because now she's like, "What are you doing?" Yes. Oh, I folded the laundry for you. Okay, so that's something that got done but has to get back done, Yeah. And it's like, but if you constantly like. I remember when Bethany and I first got married, like I watched her, how she folded laundry. And I was like, and I just like figured it out. There are some things that I fold a certain way and I'm like, hey, this is, my laundry or whatever. I'm going to fold it this way. And she's kind of watched like how that happens and kind of has figured that out.
Yeah.
But now I just do it and I know how she does it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I figured it out. But if it's Mother's Day and you're like, I'm going to fold the laundry for. Okay, moron. Like, and here's the even worse thing that you can do. Don't do the laundry if you don't do it either. Like, you're going to ruin that, white shirt or whatever that she just bought on. Yeah. Oh, man.
There's so many, like, once again, there's so many. I feel like this sounds like I'm just like crapping on husbands. I'm really not. Just like understand.
Right.
Most of the time,
but it flips both ways, right? Because like it's like if you don't normally, as a wife, mow the yard, and you're like, I'm going to mow the yard today. Please don't. Please don't do that. No.
Don't do that.
Yeah. You broke the mower, and now you do the same thing. So everything we're saying for Mother's Day, really
change the oil of my own car.
Please don't. Please don't. If you don't do that, don't do that.
If you don't know how to do it, don't do it.
Yeah, we're gonna do this for Dad because we love him. No, please don't. It's so true. Yes. It can go both ways, and there's like those things where I'm like, and I'm with you. Like, you want a cookie? Like, oh, I was so good to you yesterday, right? 1 out of 365.
Whoa, man, a lucky lady.
Let me tell you what. Like, you get fired from that job every single day of the week. That frustrates me to no end.
That is so. Just please don't ask for any kind of reward at all.
Any other frustrations like greases?
No, like truly, that is like the biggest grease that I have, and then the other one is the one that we just talked about, like expecting applause
Yeah.
For doing a mundane activity.
And I think that's my like final frustration too, is like, I just don't know what to do like on these days.
Yeah.
Because everything that I do for Bethany, I'm like, what, like, I can't think of anything else. And if that's you, and if that's the case, here's what you do. You get her a flower. Like,
yeah.
But even like, so I don't really buy Bethany flowers a whole lot on these seasons because they're so expensive. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to buy your wife flowers, like do it on anything else. But, or like something little or whatever the case, I'll take her out for lunch.
Just a little something to let her know, like, I appreciate you and all that you do. That's all moms want. Moms just want to be appreciated. They want to be told that their hard work is seen.
Yeah.
That's really all moms want, because like kids will never say, Mom, you did a great job today packing my lunch.
Yeah. Or like those little things when you like, hey, go up to her the day after, because it is, and be like, hey, Happy Mother's Day. And they're like, it was yesterday. Yeah, well, I'm telling you again.
Your mom today, too.
Yep, 100%. So that's it. What about Grace's? Like, do you have anything that you like about, I mean, we pretty much demolished it.
We did. But I will say, it is so nice to at least have one day of appreciation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like, even your kids, they're still going to fight. Like,
it kind of brings it to the surface, right?
Yeah, like they do appreciate what you're doing, even though the 364 other days,
right.
You never think like my kids actually like.
You do acknowledge me. You do see me.
You see that I'm. You see the life that you're being given and recognize like we're doing our absolute best.
That's fair.
Kind of a thing. And so it's nice to have them one day.
At least I get one day.
I get one day.
And I think it's special. And I don't know if you would feel this way, but like, I mean, I'm kind of linking this to Father's Day a little bit, but for those who have had kids and can have kids, like it is very much a like, I don't want to say a rite of passage, but it's like, oh, I am a dad or a mom or whatever the case is. Like this really truly happened. I remember my first Father's Day where I was like, whoa, like I'm a dad, you know. It brings those things into light where you go, oh, what once wasn't now is. And it's a special day.
So I think it's interesting because like for Father's Day, I feel like fathers, you don't feel like a father until the kid is
100%.
Moms, you at least experience one Mother's Day prior to having that kid.
Yeah.
And so it's an interesting like transition, because you're like in that first Mother's Day where you're pregnant, you're like, oh, this is the thing. This is gonna be this is gonna be me. And then the next year it's like, like I'm a mom. Look at how much hard work. Like there's a little bit more of a transition than like trial by fire kind of thing that you guys have to experience, where it's like, oh, the kid's here, okay,
now what do I do?
Whoa.
Which was always crazy, like the I remember when the hospital was like, okay, you guys are good to go, and I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think we're gonna stay here. You guys look like you know what you're doing.
Take a test first so that you guys know that I'm okay to.
When I got my license, I had to kind of prove that I was good at this, but
you're just letting me take it.
Yeah. I remember driving away. Like, I look in the rearview mirror like 4 times. I was like, nobody's following us. Like, there's nothing here. Okay.
Yeah, that's like a weird drive home. I remember once we got home with Miles for the first time, I put him down in his carrier. He was sleeping, and I was like,
okay.
So what do we do with it?
Like, you just stare at him.
What do we do? Like, our entire lives have changed, but like everything is still kind of
the same.
Yeah. But like now I have to take care of a human. So what do I do?
Well, and I know, like, I remember
watch
like
TV now? Like,
sitting next to Corrine with like, I was like, can it work? Can I not work? Like, does life stop? How does this? I don't know what I'm doing.
Do I need to cook dinner tonight?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you want to eat?
And nobody's coming like to the house to help me. It's like, what do I do with my hands?
That's like a really weird. Like the first like hour home.
It's goofy.
It's like a Well,
and then for the rest of your life, you are unpacking this like manual that's in a different language.
Like, it's upside down. The pages have like been dropped multiple times. Nothing is. Yeah.
My grace is, I think, if anything, it's kind of partnering with yours. If anything, it makes you look backward to the fact that we all have a mom.
Yeah.
Like, and whether that was a good or a bad experience, whatever the case is, like it. highlights the brevity of life.
Yeah.
It highlights the sanctity of life and the fact that like life exists. I think that's great. It's a look forward for those who have mom or are moms, you know. And then also kind of like a look sideways to the mother-like figures in your life.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people, whether that's mother-in-laws or aunts or uncle or not uncles or like friends, you know, you're like these were motherly like figures in my life, so it's a good moment to just kind of be like like what does that look like or whatever the case is. But
absolutely,
I got way more Greases than I do. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I had one really big one and two really big ones. And I sit very nicely in those two Greases. If you have a problem with it, come at me, bro.
It's like all holidays though, right? I mean, like they're good things. I mean, we could talk about birthdays in this regard too, but I'm not going down that road. But it's like, man, these are great, but at the same time, like these just like grind my gears sometimes because I'm like,
There's weird things with them. There's weird moments with them.
It's like, it's National Coffee Day. Well, guess what? I'm drinking coffee, so you're welcome. Moving along.
Yes.
You work in one of those office places and you're like, okay, whose birthday is it again? Let's sing happy birthday. Happy birthday to...
There should be, for like Mother's Day, I just thought about this. There should be like restaurants, like brunchy restaurants, because it's almost weird. I almost feel like it would be weird for like just women to go out with other women. There should be like brunch specials for moms and like just bring your girlfriends. Like no boys allowed kind of a thing.
Half off for the ladies.
Yeah. But then like no kids and unless your kid is like a daughter and is like 18 or above.
Sure.
Because if you're 18 and below, 17 or below, right now,
you're
not necessarily the funnest time to be around. I know how I was. I know that's going to be hard for teenagers to hear if there's any teenagers listening. You're not fun.
There's honest teenagers out there like, she's right.
Like, as much as you love your mom or not love your mom, like you have caused a lot of stress in the past couple of years as a teenager. And so like you are 18 or above and like there has to be some kind of cutoff.
Yeah.
For the remainder of you, just go somewhere else. Like go to like a monster truck rally.
Whatever you need to be at.
Take your kids.
Take your dad.
Take your kids. Take your daughters. Do something with them. But let the moms just brunch.
Yeah.
And let them brunch.
I'm going to brunch so hard. You need that shirt. Brunch so hard.
Like let them invite all of their other girlies, whether they're moms or not. That's really all moms want is to just be with their friends, like their girlfriends,
hang out, other moms, and just talk about their kids.
Yes, like complain about their children. Like that's all moms want is to just like a little.
I have this vision of you tapping on people's houses with a brunch so hard shirt and being like, "Can I see your kitchen? Hey, my name's Kid. Can I see your kitchen?"
I'm really going to start thinking about that.
That's
like
a cool idea.
YouTube. I don't know how to do anything on YouTube. I mean, it's pretty easy.
You with a GoPro, that's all you need.
Yeah.
You'd be fine.
Just show up.
All right. At the end of the episode, we always chime in on what we want to hear from you guys. So, Kim, I'll let you fire off first. Like, what would you want to hear from people?
Well, I want to see your pictures with your kids. Like, I do want to see a picture with your kids.
Your favorite picture with your kids.
Your favorite picture with your kids, not just of your kids. You have to be in it because, like, I know my mom does not like pictures of herself.
Neither does mine. Yeah.
And like, so give me a picture with you with your children, and if there isn't one, then give us a picture of your mom, your favorite picture of your mom.
Sure.
So I want to see that. And then I also want to know what you got your mom. Or
this
what
year,
you got
or what you,
for Mother's Day.
What you got or what you gave.
Yeah.
I would partner with that. I would say I would love to hear what your best Mother's Day gift was.
And maybe your worst.
Yeah. Like we could throw that in there too as well. Like what was the best Mother's Day that you ever gave?
Yeah.
And then what was the one that was like absolutely the worst? And we won't tell your kids. Like we'll just keep it between us.
We won't.
What was the best Mother's Day gift you ever got?
I'm
not chiming in on this because I don't have one.
My kids are still pretty young, so for the most part, it's like colored pictures right now,
which is fine.
And so, like, I like them.
You'll cherish that for a while.
Yeah, like I have almost all of them still. So, I don't know if they've gotten me. Like, I don't know if Josh has ever taken them to go and get me anything. I kind of just get pictures.
That's fine. Yeah. What's the worst? Do you have a worst one? When they made you stuff and you had to clean it up. Let me tell you what's the worst.
I remember one time, it wasn't the worst, but it was just so much work because they wanted to make pancakes for breakfast, but this was when they were like 3.
And it's like, dude, this is going to take forever.
It took so long. And like eggs were all over. It was a hot mess. Yeah. So I don't remember, like, because I know that now that I'm thinking about it, they have gotten me stuff, but it's not been like, it's like, oh, that's sweet.
So yeah, those would be my 2. I think those would be kind of interesting to hear from. What's really funny is it's validating my thought because I guarantee you people would have your approach, which is I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Like you can't, it's so funny to me what we remember, what we don't remember. Yeah. Like, when you die and your obituary is not going to say like, got flowers every Mother's Day. Like that was important to her unless you're this Anna chick who...
Anna.
Yeah, who's like...
But they'll remember that they were able to go out with their girlfriends. I'm telling you.
Right.
Every single woman would love that.
Yeah.
To just go out with their friends. And just because that's a relationship that they haven't gotten to do, have just no kids around.
Give them the time to do that.
Just get to have conversation with their friend. I'm telling you. Plan it out next year, guys. You have 363 days from today.
Put it on your calendar.
Make it happen.
Put it on your calendar.
Make sure that your children and you are far away. We love our families, but do not be in the same space as us on Mother's Day. Love you so much. So much.
All right. Well, Kim has covered a lot of ground today. So she feels better. She's ready now to face the world. We hope that you are too.
I'm excited to see what happens on Mother's Day.
Life can be pretty messy, but hey, when there's grace is also to be found. So we want to hear your thoughts, whether that's the opening question that we talked about. You can even give us previous questions. Like if you're like, oh, I forgot to weigh in on that. Go ahead. That's fine. We're not upset about that. Just make sure we know what question you're answering. Because if you're like bandanas, I don't know what you're talking about. So you're going to have to like give us a little bit more context in regards to that. But we do love hearing from you guys. So whether that's a text saying, hey, I love Grease and Grace, or it's just an answer to the questions we asked before or at the end of the show, give it to us. If you have stories or questions or even suggestions for future topics, you can drop us a line, rate, comment, subscribe. I love what Kim just said, which is share this with your friends and family. Give it up, man.
If you like it, then share it.
The best things in life are shared, whether that's from your kitchen or, with a stranger on the street. So anyway, reach out to us on social media or through our through our email address. My fault. greaseandgracepod@gmail.com. All right, you guys have a fantastic day. We'll see you
Goodbye.
next week. Bye.